All right. What is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you guys with a live stream from the Millennium Motivation Entrepreneur YouTube channel. First and foremost, if you're new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below if you want to join an awesome community of like-minded individuals. We now have over 500 members on this awesome YouTube thing that we got going on. I don't even like to refer to it as like my own channel or anything. It's just a community, essentially. That's what we're all about here. A whole bunch of like-minded individuals that want to achieve financial freedom by any means. We talk about investing in the stock market, day trading, swing trading, reselling on Amazon, eBay, all that good stuff. More videos to come on that, by the way. Have tons of playlists, about 300 videos now on all sorts of subjects like that. So, and we also have a totally free Discord group chat with about 50 members in there now. So I definitely suggest checking that out down in the description box as well. If you don't know what Discord is, it's an app that you can download for free on any Android, iPhone, anything that is a smartphone essentially. And if you click that link, it'll take you right to our group. It's easy to join. And I know those of you that have been tuning into the streams probably know that like Clint said, I was just about to hit on that. We've been having some major technical difficulties with the microphone. I'm just laughing because it's just been super, honestly, stressful. I didn't think anything with a microphone could be so stressful. I was literally about to just go buy a new one, but then I started looking at the prices and I was like, I don't remember microphones costing this much for good ones. This one, last I checked, it was like $50 or something. I got it as a gift actually a year or so back. It's the Snowball Ice, whatever. But that's good to hear because I was like just stressing out. I was messing around with my I use OBS for the streaming and whatnot, and I finally got the settings tuned to what I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, will be good from here on out. So thank you for those of you that hung through those technical difficulties. I know I got a few dislikes on the previous video because of that. Sucks, but I know it is what it is at the end of the day. But hopefully you will consider joining us and subscribing below. But with that, we'll hop right into it. I'm just going to check real quick that our stream quality is doing all right on the internet side, and we'll just hop right in. So I don't know why DGAZ pulled up yet. I meant to go to natural gas. So obviously natural gas has been, we're going to talk about natural gas and then oil, more so oil, but we'll start out with natural gas just because it's going to be pretty short and sweet in all honesty. So obviously natural gas, if we look at we can go all the way back to the 1-year, 1-day chart. You can see obviously natural gas had this pop in November all the way through December really. I mean, I wouldn't even say most of December actually. It was about mid-December, finally started to correct. Kept making lower highs and lower lows. It's approaching now whenever we go back to the 180-day. It just keeps selling off. We broke down right around a 285. That was our ultimate support. We broke that. Now it looks like we're heading to 270. And if we break that, that's going to be a new 180-day low. And the question is, well, how low is it going to go after 270? Well, by looking at the 1-year chart, it's probably going to go down realistically to about 250. Some people are saying 240. I don't know quite about that. If we go back to the 3-year, we can see that the ultimate support is still around 250, maybe even 255. So I think that's going to be a very good support overall, which would then be a potential entry point for UGAZ long term. You guys know that I had a couple positions in UGAZ. I actually sold it, thankfully. When I did, I sold it for just over $34 a share. Obviously, it's down. It came all the way down to $33.31 at one point. Pull up just the 1 day so you can kind of see. So you can see it made a new low, $33.31 today. And yeah, I finally decided to get out. I almost got out when it was around 36, but for some reason I thought, no, you know what, this thing might try to test, it might try to retest like $36.90 to $37. Stupid of me. Ended up costing me an extra like $2 a share. So should have just sold when I had the chance. Ended up costing me a few dollars. I would have actually been in the green today had I done that, because I did a quick little day trade with DWT we'll talk about here in a second. But what does this mean? This means pretty much for at least until I would not touch UGAZ until natural gas comes down to around 250, unless if it seems like it's bouncing off that support at 270. If that happens, then it might be worth taking a look at on UGAZ. But what does that mean for now? For now, it's pretty much just take a look at DGAZ. I would not hop in DGAZ right now because obviously it's just been on a roll. It's came from 73 all the way up to 102, $29, aka what, like almost a 30% rise, roughly. Maybe not quite 30%. Let's take a look. Yeah, around 39%, almost 40% actually. So I mean, it's just been on a roll lately. I would wait for some sort of a pullback. There's going to be at least one day next week where this thing's going to pull back. If I was a betting man, I'd probably say Monday or Tuesday. You're probably going to get a pullback. I want to see it pull back to somewhere around like $95. Between 95, yeah, probably about $95 in all honesty. I want to see it build some kind of support right around there. Maybe slightly higher, 95 to 98, somewhere in there. But long term, if you're looking at holding this for like a swing trade, like a short term swing trade, you want to get in, like I said, somewhere around 95 would be good. Let's just say, let's just say for this example, you got in around 95.44 because that's where my ticker landed. You're probably going to be able to sell this for at least $115. So if you got in around 95.50, you're talking 20 to 21% profit. Now, say it breaks through the 115 resistance. I mean, this thing really has a lot of room to run after that. You might see some let me pull this up right here. So you might also see some resistance right around 120, makes sense. But then after that, you're really not going to see quite a lot until around $170. Now, do I think this exactly is going to go to 170? Honestly, yes. I think this can probably run up to around $200, maybe even $250 plus. But we're thinking short term with this right now because I do think overall natural gas will end up finding a support right around 250 to 270, somewhere in there. It's going to build some sort of new support, I believe. But short term, like I said, you can at least squeeze probably 115 to 120 out of this. So you can short term, probably get a good 20-30% profit off of this. I'm personally probably not going to play this just because I don't 100% understand the natural gas market. Thought I did when I was investing in UGAS, but I knew I wasn't 100% confident. That's why I only bought a few shares, right? I didn't like take a 10 to 100 share position, which doesn't seem like a lot to some people, but when you're trading with a small account, 10 shares times 30, $35, $40, you're talking $400 just for 10 shares. But I would definitely be looking at DGAS over UGAS, at least for the next upcoming probably month in all honesty, but for sure for probably the next week or two, just to kind of see where natural gas finds a bottom. Because like I said, natural gas has just obviously, if we look at the 20-day chart, I mean, it's just been getting crushed lately. So it needs to find a bottom before you look into UGAS. So now going over to oil. Obviously I've been playing oil lately. Really quickly, I want to make sure again that our stream's doing all right. We have 3 of you tuning in. Awesome stuff. I'm looking to network and learn on a Friday night. Awesome for you guys. But oil, I said 55 is going to be a pretty strong resistance. However, I'm starting to think now, after today, I think we're trying to build some support right around 55 because we've obviously broken through 55 today. And it tried to retrace. You can see here, let's go to our 1 day 1 minute. You can see it tried to retrace down below 55 about 2 or 3 times, and it came back up each time. And then once we got back above it, we didn't go below it for the rest of the afternoon. So that's really good for us bulls that are bullish on oil. Like I said, I think long term this thing's going to 65, 70. I'm starting to feel like maybe 75 is not out of the realm of possibility. But but yeah, I think now we're gonna find some support right around $55. But what did I do this morning? Or actually, it was early afternoon. It was around the lunch hour. I saw this pop. I just happened to catch it because I was taking my lunch break at work. And I saw that oil popped up over 55.60. So what I did was I came over to my Robinhood account, which, like I said, overall it was still technically a red day. But after losing, I started out with $500 the other day. And after losing like $13 or something like that total on UGAS, I mean, it's not really too bad. Like I said, I'm making money on everything. It was UGAS that was killing my account overall. But so you can kind of see what I did this afternoon. I bought some DWT at pretty much the low of the day, because when we go over to DWT, which is going to be inverse of oil, so as oil goes up, this is going to go down. and as oil goes down, this is going to go up. So you can see I bought it almost at the low of the day. I tried to get in at 847. It was just moving too fast at that point, so I settled for 850. And then when we zoom in here, I didn't have a lot of time obviously to watch this. I saw that we came up. I saw there was some resistance right around 860, 861. Then I saw it drop all the way down to 849. And I wouldn't say I got scared, but I was like, man, I don't know if this thing's going to have enough steam to essentially get above 861. So what I did, since I had to go back to work, once I saw it pop right here up to almost 860 and it came back down again, it was right in this area where I set a limit order, 860. I was like, if I can get filled for 860, I'll just take my profit and run. It wasn't a lot of profit. It was only like 1.17% profit, but profit was profit. It made me a quick $2 because I purchased, was it 20 shares? So I made 10 cents times 20 shares. That's a quick $2 I made back. And like I said, it was 1.17 to be exact percent profit. We can go through my whole history so you guys can actually see like how much, like I said, that I did lose on UGAZ. Let's see here. Where was my UGAZ? So UGAZ, that was my 20 shares. 20 shares. Okay. So is this one? S&P Natural Gas Index. Sold it at 34.01 a share. Let's see. I don't remember how long ago it was that I bought it. Natural gas at 38.82. So I mean, I lost what, like almost $5 per share on that. So I mean, I ended up losing what, yeah, right around $13-14. So like I said, for losing like $14 on that UGAZ trade and to only be down a little over $5 on my account, that's really not doing too bad considering the position sizes that I've been taking on my oil trades. The reason I haven't really purchased more of Gush or UWT yet is because I just got a feeling that at some point here in the next week, we're going to see some sort of pullback. Like I said, I do think overall 55 is starting to build some support, but obviously when it comes to oil, it does not take much to crush supports at all. So I mean, this could easily retrace all the way back down to sub $54, and then I can scoop some more. Gush at that point would come down probably to right around $11. My average buy cost on Gush right now, I think, is $11.50. So if I can buy some more Gush at $11, that's going to bring my average price down, thus more profits, of course. UWT, my average buy price is really high. I got in at a horrible price, in all honesty. Average buy price $14.89. I'm actually still down about 1% on that. I'm not really too worried about that one long term either, because like I said, obviously I'm holding these very, very long term. I'm pretty much just going to buy every time these are down 5 or 10%. I'm pretty much going to be going in and buying more shares. Now what I'll do though is I'll do it smart. Whenever it looks like oil is going to be down big, I'm going to purchase some DWT. I'll flip it real quick in like a day trade, but then with those profits, I'll put it into UWT and Gush. But obviously long term, I'm thinking UWT is probably going to reach at least $30. So if I can bring my average buy cost down to around 14, which I definitely think I'm going to be able to. Let's say I could just get it down to wherever my ticker will land. Let's just say 14.38, and then I can get it for around $30, 110% return on my money. So definitely not bad. Same thing with Gush. I don't think Gush will be quite as much. I plan on getting my average buy cost down to somewhere around, let's just call it 11.34, since that's where my ticker landed. Gush, I'll probably consider selling right around 20 bucks. At least I'll take some of my positions off the table around 20. That would still be an 80% return. And then if it can get to where I think it can, which is around 30, that's 164, 165% return on the money. I don't know why I have the chat thing pulled down. And like I said, of course, guys, if you have any questions, ticker symbols, anything like that, just shout it out there in the chat. I'll definitely, that's what it's all about, is about networking and whatnot. Any questions, comments, ticker symbols that you want me to take a look at, anything like that, definitely want to do that for you guys. And then obviously I use my flexible grid to kind of keep up on everything. I'll probably go ahead and replace this with DGAZ since I'm not really messing with UGAZ anymore. But yeah, pretty much keep my futures up right here. Oil, obviously, since that's the one I watch the most, I keep oil up here, natural gas down in the bottom left, and then I keep whatever I've been kind of trading the most, like oils right here, natural gas side by side. Obviously, like I said, I'm not probably going to play with natural gas all that much just because it's just so volatile, and I would almost be willing to say manipulated. I don't really like using the word manipulated just because it seems like a poor man's excuse, but I mean, it definitely is. Oil, it's a lot more liquid, I would say, a lot harder to kind of manipulate. I mean, it's oil's a lot easier to predict too. Natural gas, it's like throwing a, at least for me, natural gas seems like throwing a dart in the dark. How's it going there, Shirley? Good evening, good night, wherever you are watching from. It's around 8:30 where I live right now, so it's not too late. But check the stream quality real quick. That's not what I meant to do. Looks like we are still doing all right. And like I don't even know if I mentioned this. I wanted to thank everybody for helping me go over the 500 subscriber count. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have no reason for doing all these live streams, videos, all that good stuff. So I just cannot thank everybody enough for that. Just a small stepping stone into creating a much larger community of like-minded individuals. Banks took a big hit. Bank of America puts. Yeah, banks have just been getting crushed. I mean, just look at XLF. I didn't know it actually came all the way up to $26. That's surprising. But looking at Bank of America specifically, yeah, it looks like it's about to roll again. So you can see there's a pretty strong resistance there right around, what would you say, $29 probably. And it did actually not too bad. It got all the way up to about $30, it looks like. But you can see here, we zoom in here, you can almost see, I wouldn't necessarily call this a double top, but it's definitely looking like it's starting to roll over now. Looks like it tried to retest 28.75, got rejected. It's all the way back down to what, 28.38? What was it after hours? 28.38. So yeah, I would definitely look for this to continue down. I'm actually surprised that banks have rebounded as much as they have. I hate bank stocks. There's no way you could tell me there's anything smart about investing in banks. I mean, just look at this 1 year chart. I mean, it's just essentially, it's still on a descending pattern. Let's like create a new one. So you can see from the high of 33.05, you can see we've essentially been making lower highs and definitely obviously lower lows over and over and over. Just keeps getting rejected lower and lower. Where's the next drop going to be? I bet it tries to dead cat bounce around 26. It's going to try to recover up to like 27 probably. If I'm a betting man, this is going to come down to around $26. Then it's going to try to rebound to about 27. Then it's going to get smacked again and probably make a new low. And at that point, we're probably talking, that's probably when the actual bear market finally happens, in my opinion. Because if Bank of America goes that far down, you're talking on XLF, it probably coming down, making a new low of like 21. So who knows how the overall state of the market's going to be at that point. Just cracks me up because I was sitting here watching the earnings and whatnot. I always pull it up on CNBC just because it's the easiest for the big name earners and whatnot. And it's just always funny. Every time earnings go good, they act like the market's just in some wonderful state. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Clint. And I mean, it's just hilarious how they portray everything. Like, I mean, let's look at SPY, which pretty much goes hand in hand with SP 500. It's just now at 270. They're acting like the market's just been on this marvelous roll or something. I mean, I'm sorry. Ever since we reached all-time highs, what have we done still? I mean, let's go ahead and just map it out real quick, because we pretty much double top at the all-time high. If my damn clicker will work. Maybe. Let's see. There we go. So you can see, I mean, we're still making, if I was a betting man, actually, I would say we're probably on the brink of taking a leg down, possibly. Again, my drawings aren't like 100% accurate or anything. I'm just drawing a quick one here. If I was a betting man, I would say probably around 270, 271, we're going to get rejected. We're probably going to fall. I would say probably somewhere around the 265. It might try to, we're probably going to be in this little wedge in between 265 and 270 for a little bit. But I mean, who knows at the end of the day. Let's see. It's been a while since I've actually even took a look at SPY or anything like that, because just haven't been trading the options or anything lately. I actually want to take a look at it for the last week, see how it's been moving. 5 days. Oh, so looky there. I didn't even know it had touched 271 earlier today. And what it did, it got rejected lower. So yeah, that'll be pretty interesting to see kind of how Monday plays out. If we kind of roll over from there, or if we can somehow leg up and maybe push on up to 275. I would say probably 275 would be, maybe even 280. 275 to 280 is going to be your next major level of resistance. So yeah, this upcoming week's going to be a pretty big week too for the overall markets. I knew we'd kind of been on a roll. I mean, you can see just in the last 10 days, SPY has gone from 259 all the way up to a little over 271. I mean, what is that from a percentage standpoint? You're talking roughly a 5-6%, right around 5% uptick. So 282 on SPY. You think it's going that high? I don't know. I never tend, ever since we rolled over back in, God, when did we make the all-time high? Back in September, October. Ever since we rolled over from there, I've just had zero confidence within this market. I mean, it's just broken down every single support. I said it from way back when I started doing these stock market videos, and the whole, what everyone thought was the crash last year was happening. I was like, if we ever break the 250 to 255 area, watch out. And sorry, I don't think 233 is the lowest this thing's going long term. Could it come up and test 280 to 282? Yeah. Would I be surprised if it did? No. But I don't think we're gonna hit all-time highs again. I'm just not confident in the market. This market is so late stage. It's just hard to see where it's gonna get that extra oomph from. Because I mean, for it to make a new all-time high from where it's currently at, let's just call it 270.18. You're talking another, what, about 9%, a 9 to 10% move to the upside. I just don't see the market going overall up another 10% in the next year. Because I'm in the boat that I do believe that within the next year, 2 at the max, 2 at the very max probably, we're probably going to see the overall economy start to roll over. I think everything that the president's been doing and whatnot has extended this market longer than most people thought it was going to go on for. But I mean, there's only so much that those things could really help out the overall economy. But let's see. But yeah, I mean, this stream was supposed to be mostly about oil and whatnot. But yeah, it's just cool to take a look at the overall markets from time to time. But yeah, I mean, overall, like I said, I plan on, you guys pretty much saw how I'm mapping out my vision. I plan on day trading from the standpoint of shorting oil. Like I mentioned, I'll just go over it again. Pretty much how I'll go about doing that is like when I see a pop like this, where within a few minutes we literally go from just kind of stagnated all the way up $1. I mean, that's a huge rise right there. I mean, you're talking almost a 1.5% swing on oil, which is a huge swing. And I mean, you can do the same thing whenever it's swinging to the downside. When you see it make a low of the day and it does it quick, scoop up some shares of Gush or UWT, and you can make a quick, usually 3 to 5% at the minimum, 1 to 5% profit in minutes, just by playing it to the upside, playing it to the downside as it falls. Just takes patience and timing more than anything. But that's what I'll probably end up doing for the most part, is whenever oil's having these huge up days, I'll try to find what's close to the high of the day, buy some shares of DWT or DRIP depending on the day and how each one's moving, and play it for a little, make a good 1 to 2% profit for the day. And then on the down days, I'll just keep scooping up some more Gush and UWT, because like I said, I mean, it's just going based on history. I mean, you can go every year, oil tends to go up in the summertime. It's just how it works. Like you can see this down here, this was what, in February. February made the low, and then we're summertime. By summertime, we're at our high of $52. Then we kind of start to roll over in fall, like we always do. Some people might not call August fall, but I do. We kind of roll over in fall and winter months, and then we came back up. And then let's go to, what year is this? We're in 2017 now. So you can see fall months were low. And then by summer of 18, or no, this is actually winter. This is when oil finally started coming up. So pretty much this from about, what was it, late 2017 was it, or early 2018? We obviously started having the rise of oil. But if you go back, I mean, a decade, you'll see the pattern that I'm talking about, where most years you have oil kind of subsiding over from a period of, I would say, August, September through about January, February, and then from about February, March, all the way on through June, July, sometimes August. It's pretty bullish from there on. Now, am I saying that I think it's just going to be a straight up line? No. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if we come clear back down to 50 at some point. If or when that happens, you better believe I'll have some cash on hand ready to throw. Probably close to, I don't know. It just depends how much cash I have on hand at that point. But if or when oil comes back down to 50 and it bounces off of that, I'm definitely going to be throwing quite a bit of money into some more oil ETNs and ETFs like GUSH, UWT, all that stuff. I would not invest in oil stocks. What do I mean? ExxonMobil. I mean, it's just not worth it. Yeah, it had a good day. It was up 3.6%, which is actually surprising. But just look at it overall. It's stuck in a range for the most part between $72 and $87. Say you somehow managed to get in around 72. Say you somehow perfectly managed to get out around 82. You're talking 14-15% profit. Whoop-de-hell. Where you can hop over to something like GUSH, get in around, let's say you got in at 11.45 and you ride it up to somewhere around, I doubt 40, but let's say you rode it up to 30, 163, or even let's just say you rode it up to only 20 bucks, 75% profit. So I mean, I just would not buy oil stocks. It's just a joke to buy oil stocks when you can get these ETFs like GUSH, UW, whatever the hell it is, whether UWT or something like that. Yeah, UWT, all those ETFs and ETNs that can make you so much more money than purchasing actual stock. I'm just not a fan of buying like oil stocks or what other energy type stocks are there. Any kind of like energy related stock. It's just not worth it. There's just not the return. Is it a lot more volatile and a lot more to stomach with these ETNs and ETFs, these leveraged ones? Of course. But I mean, it's risk versus reward. I mean, 7.3% in one day. That's more than what a lot of people's retirement accounts make in a whole year. So I mean, it's just a no-brainer to me. I can't believe that a lot more people aren't catching on to this game, this whole stock market game overall, and just doing it themselves, in all honesty. It's just having the discipline. It just goes back to what even Warren Buffett said. It just seems so simple. Buy low, sell high. Find a good entry point. Learn to read the chart, and then just sell it high. And that is why ultimately I'm sticking with oil over natural gas. Like I said, I might play DGAZ here and there, or I might play UGAS if it looks like natural gas finally finds some sort of bottom. But why go away from what works? I mean, I've been following oil since I was 15, 16 years old, maybe even earlier, but for sure around 15, 16 years old. I mean, I remember back when it was like 09 or something like that, when oil went to like $150 a barrel. So I mean, I've been kind of following oil since I was like a kid, in all honesty. It's just been a weird little, I guess, obsession I've had. So like, why go away from something that actually works for you? And if you just find, I'm not saying yours has to be oil. You might like natural gas better. You might understand it better, or you might understand consumer staples better. Just find a sector that you can almost find an obsession over, and that you can actually understand the trends, understand the patterns that happen year after year, quarter after quarter, etc. And I mean, you'll make a lot of money with these leveraged ETNs and ETFs. But I guess I'll go ahead and start wrapping the stream up because I know it's Friday night. I'm surprised we got 3 of you tuning in. That's actually pretty awesome that on a Friday night. Got a little crew here, the Friday night crew. I just wanted to do this live stream because I know I did a live stream earlier and the sound quality was totally horrible. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, it took me like hours of messing with the mic and the settings and everything in my software that I use for the streams to finally get it right. So hopefully the stream quality will be a lot better from here on out. And like I said, hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream. If you did, definitely make sure to smash that like button. I greatly appreciate that, of course. And if you're new to the channel, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button below. We'd love to add you to this awesome community of like-minded individuals. And if you haven't already, like I said, check out that Discord group chat. It's down in the description box, one of the first few links down there. And if you have any questions, comments, ticker symbols, anything like that, you can shout them out always in the chat or in the comment box after the video uploads, and I'll usually get back to you within just a couple hours for the most part. But until next time, guys, hopefully you guys have a good weekend. I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow and for sure Sunday for the Sunday Stock Watch, of course. So if you haven't, hit that bell icon as well so you'll be notified when we go live for the Sunday Stock Watch every Sunday afternoon. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there making those profits, covering your profits, and achieving some financial in 2019 and beyond. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, but for sure Sunday for that Sunday Stock Watch. Take it easy, guys.